Classroom management. What is it? And why is it important? Let's talk about it, because you know I've got some ideas. It's Earline, and welcome to my channel. I have been teaching for 13 years. And I have my master's in special education, and I have my bachelor's in early childhood education. So my mission is to help you create a caring, loving, and positive environment for your littles. But what does classroom management, what it means, why it's important, what's that have to do with creating a positive and loving environment? Well, without classroom management, you're not going to be able to set up a positive learning environment for your kiddo. Classroom management, for the most part, if I ask you, what is it? What would you say? Would you say that it's rules, routines, and procedures? And you know what? You would be right. Without rules, without procedures, and without routines, classroom management can't happen. The kids have got to know where to hang their hat. They've got to know when their morning work is due, where to place their morning work after it's done. And if they miss their morning work because they were late or tardy, they've got to know where to go to find it without interrupting you. Because if they do that, if they interrupt you and you don't have a procedure or a routine for those incidences, then you'll never get to teach, right? What are the rules for asking a question?
Do I just blurt it out?
You want them to have a procedure for asking a question, whether it be raising their hand, whether it be a question mark they hold up. There are endless possibilities. But whatever those rules and procedures are, you've got to make sure that they have been explained, they've been practiced, and the student, your kiddo, knows what those rules and procedures and routines are. Okay, so that is definitely classroom management. We can agree on that. How do we get the student to respect classroom management, understand it, and comply? The best way to do that is to build a relationship with your kiddo, with your student. We want to make sure that we ask kids, what's your favorite drink? What do you like to do when you are anxious? What makes you feel calm, cool, and collected? Just a few things to find out more about your kiddo. You can definitely let that child know that I'm interested in you. I want to know more about you. And you, as their teacher, their facilitator of learning, you can set that tone. You stage the environment for learning. And so we need to know, how can we do that? How are we going to implement a positive, caring environment through classroom management? Because once you get those kids in a relationship where you show that you care about them and they care about you, then classroom management is so much easier. So we have all kinds of personalities, and it's not easy to deal with all of them, but it's doable. It's definitely doable. Greet your child. Let them see your eyes light up when they walk into the room. Now you may say, my eyes lighting up when they are in the room is because I'm afraid they're going to start a fire. That's the kind of lights in my eyes that, yeah. Okay. What can we say that is good about them? What can we find? What positive thing can we say about that child? It may be hard to find, but it's there. And it's up to you to be determined to find it. It may be something as simple as he's got a lot of good looking curly hair. It may start off as simple as that. That may be all that you can find. I promise you. I've done it. I've done it. To children that you may initially feel like, ooh, I don't know about this kid. I don't know. If you're determined to want to be a good role model for him, because that's, as teachers, that's what we're doing. What can we do to give him a positive learning environment? And kids can see if you are treating them with kindness and love. And while the child may be hard to love, we gotta fake it till we make it. So, how do we build relationship with our kiddos so that classroom management goes quickly and smoothly? Because if you are trying to implement rules, routines, and procedures without components of relationship, without that relation component, good luck, because that's going to be a hard mountain to climb. If you can find it in you to build relationships with those kiddos from the jump start, from the first day, standing at that door, greeting them. And this is nothing new, right? We have heard this a gajillion times. Stand at your door and greet your students. Yeah, I did that, and they said that. I promise you, it makes a difference. Write their name down. Memorize it. Memorize the child. Try to connect something that will help you to be able to say his name, because it's powerful. If you're a homeschooler, then it still works. Say your child's name in a pleasant way. Johnny, what are you doing? Not like that. Johnny, what are you doing? Oh, okay. You're playing? Well, we're going to play in just a few minutes. We need to do this first. I know you're wanting to play. I want to play too. And we will do it. Give us about 5 more minutes and we can do it.
This would be a great time to introduce choice. 5 minutes or 10 minutes. What do you say, Johnny?
Okay. So there are just several different ways that we can build a relationship and be friendly. But being a friend, when they're absent, or they're sick and they're better. Oh, I'm so glad you're better. I miss you when you're not well. I miss you when you're sick. Glad to have you back. That's being friendly. But it's not being his friend. Because if you become that child's friend, it takes on a whole new meaning. When you get ready to discipline, and you will have to, in a loving way even, it's going to backfire if you are his friend. All right, let's sit down. Oh, you don't want to sit down? So, okay. His friends, if they tell him to sit down or they want him to sit down, do they sit down if they don't want to? No. They're friends. You don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. You're just my friend, right? But as a teacher, if you're friendly and respectful to him, then he knows the boundaries. You set the tone of that relationship. And so while we can still offer choices, oh, I need you to sit down. Johnny, Ruby Sue, please sit down. you can sit here or you can sit here. Which one would you like? Either way, they're sitting. The fact that they have choices does so much for that relationship. Never take away their choices, if at all possible. Sometimes you don't get a choice, but it's great to give children choices. That helps also with classroom management, because sometimes you'll say, oh, in the mornings, I need you to do your morning work, okay? Let's say that morning work is done. You can do it in 10 minutes or you can do it in 5. Which would you like? Because if you get it done and do it well, do your best, in 5 minutes, you can go to this station. After 5 minutes, you've done your work, you can go here. Or if you just want to be left alone, get your morning work done in 5 minutes and just hang out. Or if you can't get started, you can have it done in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 5 or 10, it's up to you. So building that relationship with the child, it makes them feel like I have a choice. You're not making me do something. They have a choice. 5 minutes done and I can just chill. 5 minutes done and I can go to my favorite station. Or 10 minutes and I can just take all the time I want because I'm not a morning person. Either way, they are doing what you want them to do. You've built into that classroom procedure, that routine, classroom management. You have built in a choice for that child. Both people are happy. Child, student is happy. Parent, teacher is happy. All right. So these are just a few things that can help you. I hope they help you. Comment below as to what you would like to hear me discuss. What can we talk about? Did you hear something that you liked today? Is it something that you think you will try? Then you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time. And remember, you can create a caring, positive, and wonderful learning environment. Just show some love. Thank you. Take care. I'll see you next time.